Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a closer look at the fourth element Xerotherm gloves. So these are a thin pair of gloves that are really made to be worn sort of on the surface whilst you're getting kitted up, but also underneath dry gloves as well as just an insulating inner layer to keep your hands warm. Now these aren't particularly thick. Xerotherm material is made to be quite thin and low bulk, so you're not going to lose your dexterity, but the material itself is designed to keep you warm. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so here's how they arrive in a cardboard box, very eco-friendly. Xerotherm gloves, and on the back, cold fingers, tell tight, long dive, recycle it, and just some sort of sizing information. Polyester elastane, polar technology. Yeah, let's get inside. So on the inside, a pair of gloves, and that's it. That's kind of all I was hoping to see inside of the box. But yeah, let's take a closer look at the gloves themselves. Okay, so the gloves themselves, nice and thin, so you're still going to have dexterity. On the outside, you have this, it's almost like a traditional neoprene outer lining. Decent amount of flex in the material. The cuff itself is the sort of the inner lining, so this kind of fleece, very soft. It's rolled as well at the very edge. So yeah, if you're going to be sort of wearing these under a dry glove system, it shouldn't sort of interfere, and you can layer up. You have very subtle detailing with sort of branding. You've got fourth element down the little finger, and then the sort of fourth element square or circle logo, and then that's kind of it. On the inside, this is just that soft fleece inner lining, and you can see all of the seams. So everything on this is soft, so it's going to be comfortable. And then one very important thing, this is a size small. Let's see if it'll fit in my big hands. It kind of does, actually. So yeah, I normally have gloves in like a size large, but this, as you can see, is a size small. Still fits. Stretchy material. The fingers themselves are a little bit short, but hey, I'd be sort of perfectly happy sort of using these. Will it work with a modern device? No, they don't work. So if you need to sort of use them as like day-to-day whilst you're getting kitted up, and you need to use your phone, you're going to have to take them off, unfortunately. Not the biggest problem in the world, but yeah, now you know. But as far as keeping your hands warm, yeah, they're already warming my hands up, and yeah, relatively thin, so you can still do the sort of fine stuff. If you're filling out logbooks or something, then yeah, you still have that dexterity. Of course, they're not waterproof, so if you get them wet, the water is going to get through, but Xerotherm material itself is actually pretty good at wicking moisture away from your skin and trying to keep your hand as dry and warm as possible. So yeah, a nice thin pair of thermal gloves, something that you can wear sort of around the dive sites. I'd probably use these to walk the dogs as well when it's starting to get cold. And yeah, nice and flexible, very, very soft, but not too much where you don't want a really big, heavy pair of gloves. Yeah, these would be pretty good. Okay, so that's the fourth element Xerotherm glove. Yeah, a nice thin pair of dry gloves, something that I'd be perfectly happy sort of wearing on the surface to get kitted up, keep my hands warm. And also in the water under a pair of dry gloves. The sort of this section here, you could sort of roll that back up just so that it doesn't interfere with the dry glove mechanism. But yeah, all in all, a good pair of thin gloves, because if you don't want a really sort of thick, bulky pair of gloves, you just need just a thin inner liner, then yeah, it's definitely worth considering, and very forgiving as far as size. Obviously try and go for the correct size, but if it turns out to be a little bit small, doesn't really matter, because yeah, I'm like a large, but yeah, these gloves themselves, they still fit me, not perfectly, but these are a small, so these are at least 2 sizes too small for me, but they still fit. So yeah, if you're in the market for a thin pair of thermal gloves, definitely worth checking them out. There's going to be more information on our website, simplyscuba.com. There's a link down in the description below. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving.